Hi, everyone. Today I want to talk about how we wrote content for the Linux Foundation Certified IT Associate exam. So as I mentioned in my last video, the Linux Foundation, they've been a great partner of Certiverse. And we've really had an opportunity to launch a brand new technology and a brand new model with a great partner. We want to talk about how Certiverse is really helping reduce the cost for their new exam. So, as I mentioned before, we feel that that one of the that our main goal is to make exams more accessible to more test takers, right? So that means more people getting certified, and the way we do that is really about reducing the cost for exam development, right? That's just the bottom line. If we can reduce the cost for getting an exam launched, that means that those cost savings will be applied to test takers, and that means that more people will be able to get certified. So one of the things that we've done is we've thought about, I talked about in my last video about how our model is really based on developing content asynchronous, right? So the other thing that's very different about our model, and it's it really depends on the exam and it really depends on the market. But one of the things that we've implemented in our model, in our system, is a royalty-based model. So what that means is that the Linux Foundation is sharing royalties. It's a revenue share with the authors of the exam, right? So that means that if a subject matter expert, an expert in this exam, writes an item, and that item makes it through the entire review process, and that item gets published into an exam, every time that item gets presented to a testing candidate, that individual, that community expert, shares revenue. So because we've kind of flipped the model of the revenue share model, it means that the cost to the Linux Foundation is significantly lower than it normally would be if they're out they're out recruiting subject matter experts and trying to find those experts and then trying to coordinate those experts to help write items, right? And paying an organization or a company who does test development to go and find those experts and coordinate item writing workshops, etc. We've really tried to change the model so that we can make the model more open and to allow experts to instead come to the Linux Foundation and say, hey, you know what? I'm interested in writing items. I want to participate, and I'm an expert. I'm an instructor. I know these technologies, and I'm going to be able to write some great items. So that's obviously a very different model, the revenue share model, the royalty-based model. And what that means is that it allows more people to participate. So for this exam, we've had a total of 23 subject matter experts. Again, it is an asynchronous process, right? Certiverse, we're really all about asynchronous because that not only reduces costs, but that means that we do not have to hold expensive Zoom meetings on teaching people how to write items, right? The technology and the platform does all that for us. And that means that we can allow people from around the world to participate. So that means that we don't have to be in the same time zone, in the same country, etc. So for this exam, we've had representation from over 13 countries, right? Over 5 continents. So that's really important for us because this exam is obviously, it's going to go out to a diverse community. So, we really appreciate diverse subject matter experts participating in this. The other thing that's important about this, as I talked about this in my last video, is really about getting this exam out to the market as quickly as possible. And the way our technology is designed is that item authors write an item, and they also have to review items as well. The review process is limited, but because each author that every time they write an item, they're required to review some items. It makes the process go quickly, and it really pushes the authoring and the development of the items to the community. Again, it's an asynchronous model, so as an individual writes an item, they get notified when there's an item for them to review. Reviews are limited, but overall, this asynchronous process meant that these individuals were able to participate and write an entire item bank for this new exam in over 4 weeks, right? And that's about 30 minutes average per day. And we've had 623 reviews of the items, which is pretty important I can attest that this exam has been it's pretty interesting how it was developed, and how the community is involved in developing this exam. We feel that this is obviously a game changing model, and also it just means getting the exams out there quicker. Anyways, thank you for watching this video, and please let me know if you have any questions. And thank you very much, and have a great day.